Hey, everybody, how are you? It has been quite some time since I've had a chance to come on and do a YouTube live or to do any type of live because I've been busy. I feel like I've been traveling the country. I feel like I've done a world tour. Back to what my girlfriend always says, where's Waldo? I felt all of that in the last month. I have got to do so much better. So, at the beginning of this thing, we were talking about doing a sugar detox, and we've completed that. I'm done with that. But what I found is with the sugar detox, I no longer have the same sweet tooth that I once had, which I think is absolutely wonderful. Who knows what'll be next, right? I've continued my workouts, they've been going well. But in the meantime, I had a chance to attend a great conference. And then I had the opportunity to spend some time with my beautiful daughter and do a little travel. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but who taught your children to drive? I'm a country girl. So my daughter's been raised as a country girl. So she's a driver, y'all. She's a driver. So when we got back to an area that she was familiar in, we traveled on down to H Town and we got there. And anybody that knows anything about Houston knows that it has some traffic concerns, right? Well, can I tell you that my beautiful daughter tapped right back in to her Houston driver? I called my friend when I went to the airport to make this trip back home. And I told her, I said, I am excited to finally be in a place where the pilots are certified and have a license to fly. My daughter, y'all, she has flown me all over Houston in that car. I don't know why my feet didn't push through the floor like Fred Flintstone. Because, baby, I was trying to stop that car many a day. I thought for sure that my feet would ultimately be dragging the ground. She tapped right back in to her Houston driver. And her mama couldn't quite get with it and was nervous. I tell you, I love her. She is absolutely amazing. She's my greatest accomplishment. But, baby, I need her to get her pilot's license because that chick, flat out, can fly. Southwest don't have nothing on her. Okay, next thing. Now, what have you been up to? I had an opportunity to speak today, and we talked about dismissing excuses. What in your life have you made excuses about doing? Because you felt like you weren't good enough, you weren't smart enough, you didn't know enough, and all of those enoughs. What is it that you have made excuses about doing? You do know that everything that you need was placed inside of you when you were created by the Creator. So it doesn't matter what the it or the thing is that you were created to do. You have everything that you need. So what's the excuse that you're making to do it? I often go right back to Moses. When God told Moses that he was chosen to lead the people from Egypt, he said, but I can't talk, I stutter. He just had a plethora of excuses. But when he allowed himself to tap in to his God-given ability, he was able to do what God was calling him to do. I can imagine that David, when he stepped up and decided, y'all just keep letting this uncircumcised Philistine walk back and forth and taunt you. instead of handling the business of getting rid of him. I can imagine that David could have stopped and used every excuse in the book not to do it, but he didn't. He said, listen, I got this. Me and my trusty slingshot and these stones I got. I've killed bears and lions while tending my father's sheep. So to be sure, this can't be harder than that. What have you been making excuses about that you haven't done? What is it that you have been afraid to step up to do? You do know excuses come from the place of fear. You're afraid of whatever it may be. And we often talk about, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He didn't say some things. He didn't say the things that we like. He didn't say the things that we thought we could handle without difficulties. He didn't say any of that. He said, I can do all things. That's all of it in totality. Whatever it is, all of it. So do you believe that or not? What are you making excuses about? I've been in an airplane that wasn't even an airplane. But I don't make no excuses when it come time to get in the car with her again. I just hops right on in there and pray. I'm not gonna make no excuse for not getting in the car because I want to go where she going. So what? Is she gonna fly and don't have a pilot's license? I'm just gonna press on my brakes on the passenger side of the car and pray and enjoy the ride as much as possible. So what is it that you're making excuses about? Take care. Have a great day. Until next time. Bye-bye.